This and all talks at the 2020 JavaScript for WordPress conference are brought to you in part by our sponsors Frontity and GoDaddy Pro. Frontity is the easiest way to create performant websites using WordPress and React. It connects both seamlessly so you can focus on building your site instead of all the tooling and configuration. Open source and free to use. GoDaddy Pro Hosting offers a robust suite of free tools to web developers and designers to help them save time managing all their clients and sites. Your free membership also includes advanced 24/7 technical support.
Okay, thank you. So I'm Alexandra Spalato. By the way, the title of the talk should be better using Gatsby WordPress themes that we are going to do. Okay, I have to show my screen. Okay. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? No. Okay. Now you should see it. Is it? Do you see my screen now? Okay, great. So I'm Alexandra Spalato. I'm a headless WordPress advocate and a Jamstack enthusiast. I've been speaker at JavaScript for WordPress 2019. It was my first talk. And after that, I've been speaker at Gatsby Days London. And I'm co-founder with our friend Zach of Gatsby WP Themes. So today, guess what? I'm going to talk to you about Gatsby WordPress themes and especially how to use them. So first, what exactly are Gatsby themes? So Gatsby themes abstract a configuration into an installable package, an NPM package. So technically, they are Gatsby plugins, including a Gatsby config file. And so they can include pre-configured share functionality. So for example, you can build a theme that will package several Gatsby plugins that you are using all the time across your project. You can build a theme for yourself. A theme, it's not only to share with others or to sell. If you are reusing something, then you should do a theme with it. You can use it for data sourcing. So for example, for our Gatsby WordPress theme, we are sourcing the WordPress data with the themes. And of course, you can use it for design. So to bring some UI elements and CSS. And I'm just looking if all the sharing is okay, because I don't see. Okay, can you increase your font size? I was only seeing my slides. Oops. No, that's for printing, sorry. Sorry. I never do that. Let's zoom. No. Oh, that's too big. Sorry, I don't know. Okay, yes, that works. Thanks. Okay. So we have Gatsby themes, and there is also Gatsby starters. So what do they have in common, and what are the differences? So they both provide boilerplate functionality and style to bootstrap your project. They both have initial design and style. They both have initial plugins functionality. And they both have initial pages generator and website sections logic. Now, what about Gatsby Starter? So a starter is a boilerplate Gatsby site that user can copy and customize. But once it's modified, a starter maintains no connection to its source. And so your default configuration lives directly in your site. And there is no connection to the starter. So they diverge immediately as soon as you begin customizing them. And there is no way to update them if the starter updates. So if you created multiple sites using the same starter and you want to make the same update on all of them, you'd have to do them individually. That can be tedious and take time. So what about Gatsby Themes? So Gatsby Themes allow Gatsby site functionality to be packaged as a standalone product for others, but also for yourself to easily reuse. So in a theme, all your default configuration lives in an npm package. So themes are version package that can be updated like any other package. So if you created multiple sites using the same theme, you can just update the central theme to push changes across all of them. So it's a great economy of time. And also a great feature about Gatsby theme is that they are composable. It means that you could install several themes on the same Gatsby site or project. You could install, for example, a blog theme alongside with a node themes, alongside with an e-commerce themes, and so forth. And you can centralize the styling and have a beautiful site with all these themes live happily together. Now, what are the difference and common things between Gatsby theme and WordPress themes? So first, both are updatable. Both are bringing user options, but WordPress themes are not composable. You cannot install several themes on a WordPress site, while Gatsby themes are composable horizontally and vertically. So what does it mean? So horizontal composition is the fact that you can install several themes in the same project, as I just explained before. And vertical composition is the fact that you can install a theme inside the theme. So for example, in our Gatsby WordPress themes, we have a parent themes, which we name Gatsby theme blog data, that is only responsible for getting the data from WordPress. Because for all of our themes, we want to get the data from WordPress. So that will be a parent theme, and on this parent theme, we are going to install all of our child themes that each one will bring different design and features, etc. So that's the relation parent-child and the vertical composition that it's very different from the child theme for WordPress. Then, in a WordPress themes, you always are bringing design. You don't have WordPress themes that only bring functionality. This would be a plugin. It's a plugin territory. Well, you can totally have a WordPress themes that only bring functionality. For example, grouping several Gatsby plugins that you are reusing across different projects, or sourcing data like we are doing with our data theme. If you install this data theme, you can only see a JSON on your screen. We will make the demo just after. Customization. So for a WordPress theme, you do it through a child theme, as you know. And to customize a Gatsby theme, we do it through shadowing. Shadowing allows user to override a component in order to customize its rendering. And we will see an example later. So what are Gatsby WordPress themes? They are simply Gatsby themes which use WordPress as a source. And for that, we need to install two mandatory plugins, WP GraphQL and WP Gatsby. We have also many other plugins like WP GraphQL ACF that allow you to use ACF with Gatsby and WordPress. WP GraphQL Yoast that allows you to use Yoast, and many other, and many to come. I'm sure you should go to the WP GraphQL website to explore this. And we need one mandatory Gatsby plugin, the Gatsby WordPress Source Experimental, that have been launched in beta official version a few days ago, that will connect Gatsby and WordPress. So what are the use cases of Gatsby WordPress themes? So first, non-React developers. If you are a WordPress developer or WordPress implementer and you want to transfer your website to Gatsby, or you have clients who want to transfer their website from WordPress to Gatsby to enjoy all the speed and security and all the goodness of Gatsby while keeping their WordPress back office, Then you can use our Gatsby WordPress theme, and in a few clicks and without coding, you will have a beautiful Gatsby site with a WordPress back office. Non-designers. Unfortunately, not everybody has design skill, but absolutely everybody wants beautiful design. So by installing a Gatsby WordPress theme, you will have a beautiful website out of the box. Well, I hope so. I hope you will like our themes, our design, etc. We have done our best and to make really, really nice design. But not only, all other people can use Gatsby WordPress themes. I'm myself a React developer. I have some design skills, but I use my themes in absolutely all of my project for clients, because it speeds up my work by not reinventing the wheel, and I can share pieces of configuration across multiple projects. And I'm not only talking about our themes that we are going to launch, by the way, I hope very soon this month. But as I say, if you see yourself repeating things that you want to reuse, then you should really build a theme for yourself or your team to reuse and speed up the work. So how Gatsby WordPress theme is born? First, there was Zach Gordon, of course, who asked me in beginning of 2019 with other folks like Muhammad Mushin, made a talk just before, if I would be interested to bring some example projects showing how to connect WordPress and Gatsby. Of course, I said yes, and it was the beginning of my love story with headless WordPress, Gatsby, and my deep dive into this world. So we created some open source themes, 2020 and the Tabor. And then later in 2019, we thought that it would be really nice and useful to create some professional themes with high quality design, user options that developers and agencies can use to save tons of development and design time. So here is our team. So of course there is Zach, then there is me, and then we're needing another developer to work along, to share things, to not be alone, and to make really awesome work. And so I found Paulina Hetman, which I knew before from the French WordPress community. And it has been a great choice because Paulina is an awesome developer, an awesome person, and everything flow between us. So this team is really a dream team, and I'm so grateful to work with such great people as Zach and Paulina. So it has been really, really great working on the theme and continuing working as creating a product. And creating theme was an idea I had since long time. So now it's going to become real. So why? My screen now is too big and I don't see the titles. I have to put it back smaller. Sorry. Okay, so what are the features that offer this Gatsby WordPress themes? So we have this parent theme that is responsible for getting the data. Then on top of this parent theme, we have several child themes for UI and features. At this moment, we have 2 child themes, Ginger and Starter. And on top of this child theme, we have built several starters with different look and feel that are customized to shadowing and options. We have dark mode. We have we have also a dedicated WordPress theme with page templates. So we have a parent WordPress theme, and then we have a child theme for each theme because it brings different page templates that can be changed from the WordPress admin and bring more flexibility to the user. We have pagination. We have dynamic comments. We have a built-in search. We have plugins, Gatsby plugins, Contact 47 that is going to mirror totally your WordPress contact from 7. We have fancy box that allow you to click on an image and have it in a lightbox. So the gallery that you will create in WordPress can open in a fancy box. We have an SEO component. We have optional widgets like categories, recent posts, tags, social follow, newsletter. We have an optional sidebar, social media, sitemap, Google Analytics, and Google Tag Manager. And all this is styled with Theme UI. So what is Theme UI? It has been created by Brent Jackson, who works at Gatsby, and it's CSS in GS, and it's the standard for styling WordPress theme. So we choose this styling engine because first it's awesome, it's super flexible, and also because it will allow to unify all the time to compose the theme. So if we compose several themes together, we have the theme UI that centralize the styles. And also, I know that in the future, the data in theme UI, the color, fonts, and much more things that you can put in the central theme from theme UI will be configurable from the WordPress customizer. So that's really, really awesome. So what are the user options? So we have first the mandatory one, the WordPress URL that you must provide to connect your Gatsby frontend to your WordPress back office. We have a pagination prefix that you can change. It's a page by default, but you can change it. We have the post path. It is the place where your post lives. So if it's empty, your post will be on the front page, but you can have it in another page. You have metadata, so you can write your site URL, title, author, description, social media. You can choose your colors, you can choose fonts and typography, you can choose the sizes, you can decide to skip all titles, so keep titles in certain pages, you can choose your layout width, you can choose your layout locations, the sidebar, it's optional, you can have it left, right, or don't have it at all. And you can choose to have your comments to discuss. So that's it. And now it's time for a nice demo. So first, you need to have your computer environment ready. So that will be in the doc, and it's in the Gatsby doc. So you need to have, it's simple, you have to have Node installed, to have Gatsby installed, and to have Git installed. And you need, of course, code editor, so it's VS Code. So as I was saying, for each theme, we have several starters with a different design. And if you buy Gatsby WordPress theme, you will receive a welcome email. And in this email, you will have all the packages to download, as well as all the starter packages, and also backups from the WordPress install. So you have just to install it in WordPress, and you will have all the plugins and all the dummy data, and then just connect both. So here I have the starter 2, which is my favorite, which is the one I use on my own website. It's not on the site. I'm going to publish it soon. So this is what you have. You uncompress the package, and you have that. Then you need to change this file npmrc to rename it to npmrc, not sample, like that. Then you will receive also a token in your welcome email. So we are going to have it here. Okay. Okay, we save. And now you just have to type yarn. Okay. And it's going to install all the necessary package. As it takes a moment, I'm going to do like in the cooking TV series where we show you the cake already made. And here we have an already made install. So in between, we have typed also Gatsby develop. And here we have a beautiful Gatsby site, which is connected to my WordPress. So here we have put the WordPress URL. This is a local install I have done with a local by Flywheel. And here is a Gatsby site. So just in a few clicks, super easy, you can have a really nice Gatsby site. So we have the dark mode. Here we have the menu, the search. So for example, I search here. Everything is always slower when we have the camera. Normally it's very fast, but here it is. So it's searching dynamically. As you can see, we have dynamic comments that also load really faster when we don't have a camera. So let's try to have a comment. Hello from Gatsby. Okay, let's post it. Okay, and normally it should appear. Perhaps it's longer again because of the camera, but yes, here it is. Hello from Gatsby, and then you can reply, etc. Okay, so here we have the WordPress back office. So for example, if let's look at it like that. Oops. If we go, for example, to the typography page. Okay, and okay, typography. My God, it's so slow. I was not planning this slowness when I was rehearsing. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the default template. Now, if I want to have a right, you see, this is the page template I was talking about. So if I want to have a right sidebar page, I just update, and it will appear directly here quite quickly normally. And this is local, so it appears directly here. Now, if you are working online, then you can use, you see it's here. You can use the Gatsby preview that works perfectly. For that, you can look the videos that Tyler Barnes and Jason Ball have made. What else from the WordPress back office? Okay, I'm going to stop doing that. It's really too long. But you can choose the post per page, etc. Okay, so now we are going to look into the options that we can change. So as you can see, we have the post path. Here it's on the home page. The menu name, it's important that you put exactly the menu name that you have in your back office. By default, it's main. And if you install the prepackaged WordPress install, you will have that too. If you want to discuss, you have to write it here in the M file. Where am I? Okay, I'm here. Yes, you can choose to have a WordPress comment, to have Google Analytics, to have Google Tag Manager, to add sitemap. Here we have skip all the titles. You can choose the layout grid, the sidebar widget, the slide menu widget. We're here. This is the metadata, so the site URL, the title, the author, description, your social media, the fonts, and here is if you want the newsletter with MailChimp, your MailChimp endpoint. Another thing that I want to show you is what I told you before about putting only the data theme. So here we go here in Gatsby config, and we change the theme for blog data. We save, and we are going to, okay, we have to restart effectively, I know that. So let's be develop again, and the time it reload, you will see, we can see only data. Okay, it's long again. Let's see other things, and we will come back here later. So now I'm going to show you what happens when we change options. And so I have made a new install to not wait all that. So, okay, I made an error. I think it's, perhaps I'm already using this port. So basically, when you install that, what will appear here, it's only data, so only JSON. So you can install only the Gatsby temp block data and build upon it. Or you can also eject, for example, a child theme and make it a starter if you want to modify many components, if you see you are doing too much shadowing, etc. And I think we will provide versions like that, where the theme is as a starter for people who need to make many modifications. Like myself, when I have a project, I take my theme starter, but I eject it as a theme and I put it as a starter, so I can change everything, but while having a nice component structure. So here is a version where I have changed some options. So I have put the post path on news, and you can see we are on news. And so I have also a homepage, which is built in WordPress with Gutenberg. So we offer support for all the basic, the core blocks of Gutenberg, but not for the plugins. And for more advanced things, we will certainly do things with ACF. So this is a home page. Here, what we have done, yes, we have skipped the title only for contact and home. So if we go to the typography page, for example, you see the title is here. We have removed the tags from the sidebar widget, so no more tags. We have decided to have the archive sidebar on the left and not on the right. So if we go to an archive, you can see the sidebar here, it's on the left. And that's all. So you can see you have many possibilities here of simple but useful things. Now, if you change things in this file, the config.js, you always have to restart the engine with Gatsby Develop. Now, we are going to see how to change the colors, so colors, size, and typography. These are data that is in Theme UI, but we have ported here to make things easier to customize. And when you make changes in these files, you don't need to relaunch the engine. So these are the colors. So we have created a color palette, and then all the color settings. And we have a dark mode. So this starter is a dark mode first. So the other mode is light. And every area of the website is by his name. So you can just change the color. So let's try it. Primary color. So let's see. We want something. We want it olive to say and stay in food things. So we say. And the page should reload. Oh God, I didn't think about this slowness with that. Okay, it's reloading now. Okay, then you can change. You see the background, the header color, header background, footer color, etc. Okay, this is olive. This is not my favorite. I prefer the other one, but we are not going to change now. It's just for demo. So you can change all your colors here very easily. Now let's see how to change typography. So to change the typography, you need first to add the fonts here in fonts. So we are going to have, for example, Oswald and Railway. So normally here we would have to restart the engine, but as I have this font on my computer, we are going to be able to see them directly. And here in typography, we need to change them too. So heading Oswald, and here Railway. And let's say we want the font a bit smaller and a bit bolder. And we save. We know it's going to take its time. So in between, let's look at the other things. So you can change all the typography stuff here, you know, the font size scale and everything. All that are the default options, and you can override them here. Okay, that's coming. Okay. Here we have the config size, so you can change your breakpoints. Okay, you see we have Oswald and Railway here, so simple and easy to change these things like color and fonts. The size of the container is the width of your website, so you can change it, and different sizes that are used in the website. So this is for the options that are really simple and easy to change. Now we are going to see if we want to make more advanced customization through shadowing. And this starter has already some shadowing, so I'm going to be able to show it to you. So first, what you should do is take your theme from the node modules, the just child theme, or from your welcome email to see what is there in it. You will have also the descriptions, the documentation, but here it is. So this is the starter theme. And what we have done here, if we go to source, we can see that we have Gatsby plugin theme UI. Okay. And here we shadow the Gatsby plugin theme UI. So here, for example, we have bring some new gradients. So we just override it. And we have made some changes in the text. So for that, we import the text component from the Gatsby theme block starter, and we merge it with our changes. So this is theme UI. It's CSS in JS. It can be strange in the beginning, but once you are used to it, it's really nice, and there is some plugins to write it easily that you can find in VS Code. And I think I will make some videos or workshop about that because it's really interesting, but it needs some practice. That's why also here we had style.css that can override for people who want to just use a good old Sass CSS. Okay, so we have modified the text to create some gradient text, and we have also modified the form to bring a gradient button on the comments. So this is for customizing theme UI, and this is how also you can unify several composition of Gatsby theme with a central theme UI. So it's really, really useful. So now we want to customize some other elements. So here we have our components. So we make a folder with the name of our theme, and we follow the architecture. So, okay, components. And here, for example, I have modified the read more button. So I'm just overwriting it here. And I have just overwrite it to have a gradient button instead of the other button. So if you see, this is the starter before modification. This is the starter without any special option or any shadowing, and this is the result. So now if we want also to change, for example, read more to another word, to continue. Okay, continue. No, continue, please. And so we save, and it's going to appear quickly normally. Okay. Okay, continue. And I think that's all. So thank you for your attention. You can find the links here. So my website, the Gatsby WordPress theme, as I say, are not available for sale now, but I hope they will be before the end of the month, my Twitter and the slides. So thank you very much. I hope you like this talk, and please, I'm here for questions.
Thank you very much, Alexandra, for that wonderful talk. I think I learned a lot of new things listening to you.
Good.
So, if we have questions for Alexandra, she can take them now from our audience. Also, Alexandra, if you could put a link to your Twitter in case anybody wants to follow you.
It is on the last slide. It is there, but yes, I can put it on the chat, of course. It's here.
Awesome, thank you. So, yeah, thank you, Onek.
Thanks to you. So no questions?
Yes, none yet. I think they're probably taking their time. Oh, yeah, we have a question.
There is one. There is one.
Yes.
That's a tricky one.
Okay, so Marie is asking, great project / products. I'm very anxious to see the site go online. I was wondering, it looks like you're not using Gatsby image. Are you going to implement it, or am I looking incorrect?
Of course, I'm using it. If you look at the site, you can even see in the featured image that it's you have the SVG. The SVG draw SVG first, and as it's using the new Gatsby WordPress source experimental, it automatically takes the image from WordPress and transfers them in Gatsby image as well as the link. And before that, because the thing is we begin in October, we build a plugin that was parsing the WordPress content and bringing the images to Gatsby image as well as the link. But in between, the Gatsby theme has built that in the WordPress source plugin. So I don't know why you don't see it. Or perhaps there is a demo that is not ready. We are in testing. We are bringing the last changing from the Gatsby WordPress source because it's changing all the time, adapting and making the dog. These are the details that we are finishing before launch. And as you know, the devil is in the details.
Awesome, thank you. Maria, I hope you got the answer to your question. Okay, let's see if we have anyone else want to ask us a question. Alexandra can still spend like 2 minutes with us before she goes off. So, but it's really interesting these days with a lot of all these other platforms coming in to tap into WordPress. I find it very exciting because it means that it makes it much more easier to extend WordPress and do all sort of things with it.
There is a question in the chat.
Yes.
If you can implement native WordPress comment, they are implemented. I have shown it in the demo. We have made a comment. It's native comments, and we have implemented also Discuss for people who want to have Discuss, and you can also deactivate the comment. Okay, yes, we are also looking forward to have our product online because it's a lot of joy to and excitement to build a product. But you know, this thing you say, there is the most of work is in the 20%. That's very true. 80% you build it with joy, etc. And then all the data, all the testing, the doc is 20% that takes a lot of time and pain. So yes, so thanks for your attention.